first things first, we're going to get a pot of water on a high heat, bring it up to a rolling boil, and get our carrots. They're going to go in the oven for 8 minutes. Carrots out. And this will all come together in a couple of minutes, so make sure everything's ready in front of you for it. We're going to get a high-sided saute pan or frying pan on a medium heat, and the first thing is to add in half of the butter that we've given you in the kit, so about that much. Straight into that, to stop the butter browning, I'm going to add about half a ladle of the water from the pasta cooking pot. That's just plain water that we've seasoned heavily with some salt. We've got a pinch of pepper and a little bit of salt in there. Once this is in the pan, we can start to cook the pasta. So I'm going to pop that in there. That'll take about 2 minutes to cook. And in the meantime, we're just going to gently swirl this around, and that will start to form the base of the emulsification for this sauce. Okay, so we've been a couple of minutes now. Our pasta should be ready to go into the pan. So it's going to go straight in. We can also go in with our carrots, which will still be hot from the oven. And the last couple of cubes of butter that we've given you, and this will just help the sauce thicken and emulsify. So you can start to see now that the sauce is starting to thicken up and looking nice and glossy. I'm just going to reduce it down for about another minute, and then we'll be ready to serve this and to put the finishing garnish on the plate. This is what we're looking for, a nice, glossy butter sauce. Same setup as last time. I've got my water on a rolling boil, heavily seasoned. It's a very simple dish, and we've done a lot of the work for you in the sauce, so it'll be nice and easy to put this one together. So the first thing we're going to do is get a pan on a medium heat, and add all the pepper sauce to that pan. With that, half of your crispy pepper oil will go in, a little pinch of salt, and again some of this water that we're going to be cooking the pasta in. So the pasta's ready to go in now. It'll take about 3.5 to 4 minutes in total. We want most of that to happen in there, and then maybe the last minute of it to happen in the pan with the sauce. So I'm just going to pop all that in. Give that a quick stir around, and then focus on bringing this sauce together just by swirling it, or you can give it a stir with a spoon. And once that's come together and it's starting to boil, we'll just turn the heat down and wait for the pasta to be ready to go in. Okay, so it's been a couple of minutes, and this pasta is starting to float to the surface of the water, which is an indication that it's getting close to being ready. The best way to check this is to pull a bit out and just give it a little pinch. It's quite a thick pasta, so it might take a while. If it's quite hard and resistant, it probably needs maybe another 30 or 40 seconds in there. I'm just going to pop those back for a minute. And my sauce, I'm just going to pull it off the heat now, because I don't want it to reduce too far and burn. They're ready to go in. So they go straight into the sauce, and with them, a little bit of pasta water will be trapped inside. That's really good. We put that back over a medium heat, and it's the same again. We're just going to toss this, and we're going to really allow these to cook and finish cooking in that pepper sauce. You can use a spoon to just keep it stirring. And we want the pasta to soak up all the flavour in that pan. And once it starts to look like that, really clinging to the pasta, we're ready to get that on the plate. We'll just give it a final swirl, pour it into the bowl, and then don't waste any of the sauce. The last half of your pepper oil, I'm going to use as a garnish. I'm going to be quite generous with this. The red pepper crumb over the top for the texture. And then finish it with the grated pecorino. And that's it.
Hi, my name is Shanna, and today I'm going to be showing you some of the dishes for this week. Let's start with Salagio. So first, add half of your thyme butter into your pan. I'm going to add some of the pasta water just to create our sauce. I'm going to add the pasta to the rolling boiling water. So it's been 2 minutes now, and the pasta is ready. So I'm going to add it to the sauce. And I'm going to add the rest of the thyme butter. Toss the pan or stir through with a spoon. Just going to add a little bit more pasta water. Once the butter has melted and the sauce has been formed, I'm going to add parmesan. Check the seasoning. Add your cheese and the macerated grapes. The toasted hazelnuts. So now I'm going to show you how to cook the oxtail triangle dish. So first you're going to add half of your butter. To this I'm going to add the bone marrow oxtail sauce. Add all of it. So now we're going to put the triangle in. Careful not to burn the sauce, so just keep like stirring it. So add the remaining butter. We want a nice, thick, rich sauce. The triangle is cooked. Add it to the sauce. Again, just keep tossing it to emulsify and avoid spotting the sauce. So continuously stir with your spoon, or you can toss it. Low medium heat. Check the seasoning. Add a little bit of salt. Add your greens. And add the beetroot. Toss through. So it's great now, so I'm going to plate it. Arrange your pasta and your greens on the plate. And garnish with grated horseradish. So keeping the lasagna in the parchment paper, place it into a saucepan with a lid onto a medium heat for 2 minutes. So let's put it in the oven now. Go straight into the oven on 200 for 10 minutes. Okay, while the lasagna is cooking, let's heat up your lamb sauce. So just pour all the lamb sauce into a pan on a medium heat and just warm through gently. So the lasagna is ready now. It's still in the pan. The paper is still on the lasagna, so very carefully, if you reach in and grab the papers, you'll be able to lift the lasagna straight onto your plate, like this. And then carefully with a spatula, slide off the paper. To garnish your lasagna, use your lamb sauce, mint oil, mint crumb, and garnish with the mint leaf. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to cook the biziati now. So you need a pot of boiling water, salted boiling water, and you also need a little saucepan. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to roast our pumpkin, our delicate pumpkin. So I'm just going to put that in the oven. Okay, so on a medium heat, you want to melt half of your butter and all of the pumpkin puree in your meal kit. Adding a little bit of water from your pasta cooking pot, just to loosen. So you can either give that a little toss, or you can stir with a spoon. Season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, next we're going to cook the pasta. So just drop your biziati straight into the water. While that's cooking, I'm going to add the parmesan to the puree. So once the biziati is in the pan, you can either toss through to emulsify. So you want the biziati to soak up all of this really, really nice puree and parmesan sauce, and just let them mingle in the pan for a little bit until you start seeing the sauce kind of bubbling up like this. One final little toss. Okay, and the pasta's ready. Let's plate it. A drizzle of pumpkin seed pesto. Next, garnish with your little chunks of roasted pumpkin. A nice drizzle of sage oil, and finally the roasted pumpkin seed. And there you have it.
Oh.